Hello dear students, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss about the methods to control fire. So we have to know about these methods. If some fire happens in our nearby place or in our home itself, we must be aware of the ways to control fire. So before controlling fire, let us look what are the essential conditions for fire. That is fuel, air and heat. Fuel, that is, if it is a gas stove, gas is the fuel. If it is wooden stove or something, that is, we are giving wood as a fuel. The sticks, wooden sticks, that is a fuel. There must be the presence of oxygen, air. It must meet the ignition temperature, that is heat. So the presence of these three conditions make possible the thing fire. So if we eliminate any of this component from here, if we eliminate any of this one, what happens? We can control fire. See, our house that is built in a basement, Tara. And from that basement, if we take pillars or bricks, using bricks we build our house. In order to destroy our house, what do we have to do? We have to take off the bricks so that we can destroy our house. That is the essential components of our house, that basement and the bricks. That is the essential components of our house, isn't it? Such like that for fire, it is fuel, air and heat. They are the essential components. If we remove any of them, we can control fire. So generally, we control fire by removing these two things, air or heat, because in the most cases we can't remove fuel, because if an office that is on fire, the office itself is going ignited and they are being combustion process is going on the office itself. Can we remove that fuel? Because the office itself is the fuel. If the computer is burning, can we remove that computer? Can we damage that one? No, because it's valuable for us. We can't remove the fuel. So in most of the cases, we can't remove this one, fuel. So only the two cases that we can remove is air and heat. That is why when fire happens, we will put some water over them. We have a pump, water pump, and using that water pump, we will be spraying water over them. So what happens at that time? Temperature become lower. We are removing heat. Then we are controlling the fire. So this water is always not used because it can't be used everywhere. For example, if it is a fire with the cause of electricity, by electricity, what happens? If it is because of electricity, can we spray water on them? No, the person who is spraying water will get electric shock. So we can't use water when there is electrical circuit, that is shortages due to electric circuit. So at that time we can't use water. So we will use some other methods. We will be controlling air if we use blankets. So at that time we can control the fuel, fire by putting some blanket over the person or blanket over the substance. If it is a gas stove or gas cylinder, if it is firing, what we will do? If it is on fire, we will put some blanket over them. So they are cutting the presence of air, oxygen. So by that we can control fire. So blankets and water we are using, but this cannot be used everywhere. If it's a whole office burning, can we use this blanket or water? No, it will damage the things and blanket can't meet the need. So at that time we will be using some other things. They are called CO2, carbon dioxide extinguisher. You may have seen in our school also there is a cylinder, small cylinder that's made up of carbon dioxide. As like our cylinders in our home, it is filled with carbon dioxide. So when we open that, this will produce carbon dioxide envelope over the things. It will reduce the heat and also it will cut the oxygen connection in with the fire. So what happens? They will cut off the fire. And in some cases we will be using, if we are not able to go inside that with this cylinder, we will be using sodium bicarbonate powder or potassium bicarbonate powder. Why we are using this sodium bicarbonate and potassium bicarbonate is, when we throw this powder everywhere, sodium bicarbonate and this potassium bicarbonate, they will produce carbon dioxide gas. The same function is going on these two things. Hence we can control the fire. Once again, the method to control fire is to eliminate the essential components that are needed for fire, that is fuel, air and heat. By putting blankets or water, we are reducing the heat as well as the air connection with the thing. In the case of water, we are reducing heat. In the case of CO2, it can be used everywhere. Even if it is a petrol fire, we can't use water, because what happens if we spray water when it is a fire due to petrol, petrol will be staying or floating over the water. They are more lighter than the water. They will be staying above the water. So this petrol will go on firing, and they will go on with the fire. We can't stop the flames, and it will cause this petrol to spread into more areas also if we use water sprayer at that time. So in this case only we can use CO2. So CO2 we use in most of the cases nowadays, and instead of CO2 we can use sodium bicarbonate powder or potassium bicarbonate powders also. So that's all about the fire extinguishers. Now there are three types of combustion process, that is rapid combustion, spontaneous and explosion. There are three types of combustion. See, when you open your gas and you bring your lighter to give a tick sound near the gas stove, what happens? It will give the flame rapidly, very fastly. Such type of combustion is called rapid combustion. Spontaneous combustion is that gives off flame or heat without any cause. We does not do anything. We need not do anything, but it gives fire itself. For example, phosphorus. When we brought the phosphorus into a room, we need not give them any temperature or anything. It will burn itself without any cause. Such type of combustion is called spontaneous combustion. This spontaneous combustion is very dangerous. Due to this spontaneous combustion, there are many accidents in coal mines also. This coal dust will be present in coal mines. They will undergo this spontaneous combustion. Without any cause, they will spontaneously explode, and it causes many damages in the coal mines. It may harm many people. Next one, explosion. So this type of combustion is when we give ignition to a cracker. They will explode with the liberation of a lot of gases, with gas, heat and light, sound also. So this type of combustion is called explosion. So there are three types of combustion: spontaneous, rapid and explosive combustion. That's all about the section. And next section is about the flames, the color of the flame, the types of the flames, that we will be discussing in the next section. Okay, hope this is clear for you. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.